Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenmara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer your elemental energy reading for the week of June 1st through the 7th of 2025. These are general readings and therefore timeless, so if you watch it outside of that time period, I'm sure there's something you'll be able to get from that. If you're interested as to why I read for the elements instead of the zodiac, there's a video linked in the description down below. There's also some other goodies, including a link to a natal interpretation chart, which if you've never had yours done is kind of a cool tool just to have hanging out, kind of go over it, see why things happen the way they do for you sometimes. But within that chart, there's also a section on the elemental alignment for you. So with that, we'll get started. And we'll start with fire, and fire covers the zodiac signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are fire family. We are starting you off with the Sowilo rune, rune of the sun. Colors of white and silver. Tarot association is the sun, as well as astrology is the sun. So this is really tapping into your energy, fire. Sun is one of the obvious fire planets, and it's a rune of good health and happiness, wholeness, clarity, success, and enlightenment. So fire, you're starting off this week with a bang. There's definitely some positive stuff coming in. When the sun's coming in, it's also saying this is not going to be a subtle week for our fire family. This is going to be pretty projective. It's going to be something that you're going to notice pretty quickly. When we have, like, say, the moon coming in, those are more subtle, it's more intuitive, it's more internal. The sun is calling you to step out, be your bright, shining self, really step into the authority and the power that you've been granted. And this is also a good time to maybe flex your creative muscles a little bit. So if you haven't been, working with your particular creative abilities, this is a good week to do that. And they keep showing me a garden, that's why I'm stumbling over my words. So if it's something to do with your garden, doing some landscaping or planting something outside, this is a really good time to play with those energies, because that's what they're pushing forward. So your second rune is the Iowaz rune, which is the yew tree, color of dark blue. Tarot association is the Hanged Man, and astrology is Scorpio. And it's interesting, Scorpio is water, but a lot of my friends who are really into astrology call it the fire of water. So this actually kind of ties into your energy too, fire. Protection, a time of death and rebirth, foresight, and perseverance. With the Hanged Man coming in with this rune as well, it's saying things are shifting, and it's because there's a perspective change that needs to occur. But you've got some interesting, I wouldn't say contradictory, but challenging energy this week, because the sun is saying step out, be your unique self, and really get into that creative energy. But with the Iowaz rune coming up, it's saying, take the right precautions, make sure you're not just, leaping off of a cliff, look before you leap type energy. But it's also saying that there could be something that is coming to an end, like a dry period, a non-creative period is actually coming to a close, which is going to allow you to step into this new vivacious, that's the word. Let's go with vibrant though, energy, and that's going to allow you to really step into your authority as you go forward this week. And they're saying that this is also setting you up for a fairly transformative month of June as well. So if you haven't checked that out, I've also did the monthly readings. You can check all those elements out elsewhere on the channel. But they're saying that fire, it's going to be a very loud week for you, which is not that unheard of for fire, but it's also going to have a little bit of a challenge because something has to end for new things to come in. And they're saying it's a dry period you've been going through is coming to a close finally, so your creative juices are going to start kicking up. Let's take a peek into our Earth family, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, our Earth family, we are starting off with I have to check the book. I'm not fully memorized all the runes. The Jira rune, which is the rune of the year, color of light blue. Tarot association is the Fool, and astrology is Earth. So we're starting off with Earth energy very strong here. Cycles of nature and life, something coming to fruition, effort receiving its reward. Earth, it's time to start anew. There's something coming in here, and it's like planting a seed in soil. There's this very strong energy of things are shifting, things are changing, but it's because it's time to plant the seeds of the next steps. You've already kind of achieved one of the goals you were looking for when you set your intentions back in January, and now it's saying this week is a good time to reevaluate. Check the rewards, see what you've got so far, see how you're doing, do a little check-in on yourself, but also what are you ready to start the next cycle of, and that's that planting. When you have the Fool coming in saying don't be naive, don't just randomly throw yourself into the next project. Get some structure going, figure out what you got going on, set your foundation in the healthy way that allows you to step into this power and this strength. Because Earth, just like with fire, you're starting off in your element, which is a huge benefit, but it's also saying don't forget your gifts and skills. Your gifts are setting things up, getting a foundation set, and then moving forward. So don't just throw yourself into it without getting at least an idea of where you're headed next. Your second rune is one of the Elder Futhark. It is the Uraz rune, color of dark green. Terror association is the High Priestess, and astrology is Taurus. Earth, your power this week, your strength, your energy is going to be grounded in your home. Creative powers, wisdom, knowledge, good fortune, opportunity, and some amorous energy as well. So Earth, there could be a little bit of a frisky feeling in the air for you. But with these two energies coming forward, the High Priestess and the Fool is saying, don't be naive, don't jump into stuff. But the High Priestess is saying, luck is definitely going to be on your side. You are really standing in the energy of Earth this week. There's going to be some slow-moving energy. It's not going to be super strong. They're also saying don't be bullheaded, be open and be able to listen to other people's opinions. But this is tapping into those creative powers. This is tapping into that wisdom that goes beyond the everyday. Because Earth, when the energy is lining up like this for you, you're really truthfully standing within the energy of your sign. This is the hearth, the home, the foundational energies of basically life and civilization. There's a lot of passion that has to go into a lot of this, but this week is about checking where you're at, seeing where you've been, what have you achieved so far, what have kind of the rewards been, and now make the plan to move forward. This week is not going to be a swift moving week, but it's definitely going to have the time for you to reset, reschedule, and kind of look at how things are playing out. If you're someone who likes to plan out your gardens, this is a good time to do that too. So let's hop over. If you're wondering where the garden stuff comes from, I've been playing in mine for the last couple of days. So, and it's just a little patio stuff, but the energy I've been tapping into has been really earthy and very getting gardens ready. So if that's why, that's probably part of the reason I'm going there. Your air energy, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, is starting off with where is that? There it is. The Wunjo rune, which is the rune of joy. I think you guys had this one last week too. Its color is yellow, tarot association is strength, and astrology is Leo, so you're working with some fire energy. It's a complementary energy. It's happiness, harmony, a situation changing for the better. So air, you're in a really good spot here. Your passion's kind of stepping forward. They're showing me this creative vibe going on with you, and they keep showing me painting. So if that's something that you're into, this could be a good week for that. But it's also saying this is a week where you get to show your strengths. You are very much into the mind, the intellect, being able to plan things out, being able to sort stuff. Organized chaos is something you're good with, and so this is going to be a week where you just are in the really good spot, and a situation changing for the better. If there's been some kind of a trial or a struggle that you've been dealing with, this is a good time to look at it from a different perspective and see what's really going on. Because on a lot of situations, when we look at them from a different perspective, all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's why that's happening, so if I just switch this up. So it's a good time to double check on a few things and really get your focus reset to where you want to be. And your second rune is the Rado rune, which is a long journey on horseback. Color of bright red. Tarot association is the Hierophant. And the astrology is Sagittarius. You're working with a lot of fire this week, air. Indicates physical journeys, pleasant ones, journeys that bring positive development, and it can also be a spiritual journey. Air. When you bring in this much fire, it is definitely saying that there is something to do with your passions, something to do with your drives. What is it that you've been wanting to create? This is a time to really get those creative juices flowing, really step into your position as a teacher, as a leader, as someone who stores the energy, but it can also bring it forward. This is a time for you, especially with the Hierophant. In some cases, they talk about that being a high priest. This is a time for you to show what you have learned and teach. It's not saying, oh, I have to be arrogant about it. The Hierophant's saying, this is what I've learned. There's always more to go, but here's what I know. And that's what they're saying is you have this ability this week to really shine in passing on information and also possibly stepping into a place where you get to gain more information. So it's going to be a really fun week for our air family. Let's take a peek at our water family, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. All of our fishies out there. And you're starting off with the Degas rune, which is the rune of the day. Color of light blue. Tarot association is Temperance, and astrology is Dark Moon. There's something that is coming into balance, is what I'm going to say before I even get to the rest of this. Awakening and clarity, success, prosperity, abundance. They're saying that there's a time here where it's time to rest. It's time to allow this other energy, this dark moon energy, is really take the time, do some self-care, and allow yourself to recover because there's something better coming. Temperance is a call for balance as well. So you're doing the thing, you've been working. We know this, water, this is not a new thing. You've been working either through emotions, you've been working through spirit, you've been working through work, relationships. This is a call to take a breath. Things will work out, but it's time to relax for just a minute. It's not saying the whole week, but it's definitely saying bless yourself with the gift of relaxation. So your second one, is the Hagalaz rune. It is the Hail rune. Its color is light blue as well. So blue is a good color for you this week. Blue's always a good color, but a lighter shade of blue might be a good thing because you've got it twice. You've got it with the Degas and with the Hagalaz. They're saying light blue, so might be something to look into. Tarot association is the World. Astrology is Aquarius. Unexpected setbacks or problems, attempting to let things flow, disruptive natural events. I'm sorry, water. This is not a week of active change. This is not a week for you to be out there being proactive and doing a lot of things and planning the big scenes. This is a week to take a step back. This is a week where you get to relax, enjoy the little things in life, and take some time just to be. That's when you are allowing things to go with the flow. Don't stress about stuff this week. Don't force anything this week. You have the world saying there's a whole massive amount of things that are coming to a conclusion right now. Things have already been put in motion, and water, this is not the time to try to mess with that. The universe has got it. Just let them do it. But you've got Aquarius, which is kind of complementary. It's classified as the water bearer, so there's someone else that's doing the heavy lifting. You don't have to worry about that this week. And you have the dark moon that's saying, just take a pill, relax, you don't need to be doing things. So the Hagalaz rune is actually a really, to me, it's one of the darker runes in the set because it's saying, pay attention, there is something coming. So it's a warning. You don't want to be too aggressive this week. Just take your time. If things don't go fast, that's all right. If things are not going the way you want them to, ask yourself, why does it matter so much? This is not a week for aggression. This is not a week for fast moving water. There's, even in a river, there's speed, there's slow, there's speed, there's slow. This is a sloped period. Take the time and really embrace the calm and the quiet that comes along with this energy. So overall, for the week of June 1st through the 7th, for every sign, this is a week of creation. There is a definite split between the two energies because we've got two of them that are really being active and one that's being neutral, one that's being told just slow down and chill out. So take the time to embrace the energy, the gifts of your energy. Take some time, maybe look into what it means to be a fire energy, what it means to be a water energy. Embrace the beauty and the uniqueness of who you are this week. This is not a week about, well, comparing yourself to the person down the road. Don't do that. This is a week of embracing who you are as a person, as an elemental sign, and even checking into your own zodiac and seeing what's going on there and how does that really show the uniqueness of who you are as a person. This is a week of looking to ourselves, seeing how we are, and not comparing. How can we improve? Totally do that. But we're not comparing to other people this week. So with that, I will let you guys go. Have a great rest of your week. If you're new here, subscribe, drop a like on the video, comment, let me know your thoughts, feelings, and impressions, and I will see you in the next video.